So there's no way around it. That was just not the start the Jags were looking for to open their 2019 season. They lost the game, they lost their quarterback, and they lost their cool. But the question a lot of fans have in their mind this morning is the season lost? So that's where we start with our debut of Porter's Place here on GMJ. We have Sports Director Chris Porter. He's joining us from the friendly confines of his home this morning. Now, Chris, Mike and I, both season ticket holders, we were at the game yesterday, and we heard all through the preseason, as long as the starters stay healthy, this could be a great season. And now Nick Foles is out indefinitely. So what do you think of the season now?
Katie, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you paid that quarterback $88 million for a reason, and that reason was to get this team turned around, back in the playoffs, and contending for the Super Bowl. As you all know, this team is built to win right now, and when Nick Foles went down on yesterday, I believe the Jacksonville Jaguars' chances of being a playoff contender went down as well. We consider he has a broken left collarbone. It's going to keep him out a significant amount of time. And then don't forget, the Jaguars have the third toughest schedule in the NFL. Listen to this, their next 5 games: Texans, Titans, Broncos, Panthers, and Saints. Folks, it's not going to get any easier. And the reason why those franchise quarterbacks get paid so much money is because when you have one, those teams are who have franchise quarterbacks are the teams who consistently are in the playoffs and competing for Super Bowls. So with Nick Foles being out for a significant amount of time, the schedule, all that good stuff, I just don't see how we're going to be able to be in position to contend for the playoffs without him.
But Chris, Gardner Minshew had one of the most impressive debuts in Jaguar history. A quarterback rating of 122. He threw for 88% completion percentage. Can he keep it up? Can he hold up and actually do well for the Jags this year?
First of all, we need Gardner Minshew to continue to do what he's done his whole football career, and that is defy the odds. Yes, the numbers were absolutely sexy. Yes, he set some records, but Mike frankly, Gardner Minshew has only played 1 game, and we know that in the NFL, you're talking about some of the best defensive coordinators in pro sports, scheming for you every week. I just don't see him doing that week in and week out. Yes, it is a major improvement. Yes, it gives you hope. But Gardner Minshew is not a franchise quarterback, and that is what we need in order to have a chance this season, and our guy is out. Now, I like the guy personally. He's much improved since the preseason. Doug Marrone believes that he can win with Gardner Minshew, but what else did you expect the head coach to say? He couldn't say that he does not believe in the man, but we'll see, Mike. When we get to Houston next week, he'll face J.J. Watt, and that Houston defense, a very experienced team, a team that's been together for a minute, and a team that, you know, some think will win the AFC South. But I just don't see him putting up those kind of numbers week in and week out.
And you know something, you said defense, something we used to be known for around here in Jacksonville was our defense. But do you think that's just now a team of the past, that Sacksonville is no more? Because we didn't have any sacks yesterday, no turnovers. They didn't even force a punt until midway through the 4th quarter. So do you think the Chiefs just broke down our defense, or is our defense just not as good as we'd hoped?
Katie, I know you're emotional. I know you tweeted out yesterday that we are cursed, but I want to remind you of something. You played your Jacksonville Jaguars. Our Jacksonville Jaguars played Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. All they did last year was have the #1 ranked offense in the AFC. All he did last year was win the MVP. This offense is G-O-O-D good. And if I can steal a quote from First Coast Sports analyst Tony Wiggins yesterday in the press box, at times this guy looked as if he was created on a video game. And you have to remember, when you're playing an Andy Reid offense and you have the weapons that this guy has, when you got holes, when you're not ready, it's going to show. And yesterday at times, it just looked too easy. However, it's just 1 game, and we still have Calais Campbell, and we still have Yannick Ngakoue, and we still have Jalen Ramsey, and we still have A.J. Boye. So, and we do believe that Josh Allen is going to ball out this year. So when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, we will be okay. We just happen to run into one of the best offenses, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL early in the season, and when you don't bring your A game, this will happen. So don't panic. The defense will be all right.
Okay, and that brings me to the point. So next week, it's a week-to-week league, Chris. You just said it. So we go to Houston. The defense gets back on track. We get Cam Robinson back for the running game. And we did run pretty well yesterday. So if we can run the ball, do we have a chance in Houston?
Mike Prangley, you don't even need me. You summed it up pretty much, baby. We give that ball to Leonard Fournette 25 to 30 times. You control that clock with the running game. We need Gardner Minshew just on third down to move the chains. Don't turn the ball over. And then defensively, we need Saxonville to be Saxonville. I don't know why, guys, and call me crazy. All I kept thinking about last night when I came home, maybe we can have that game that we had in 2017 when Calais Campbell set the single sack record and we shocked the world by going into Houston in 2017 and landing smackdown. Maybe that can happen again, because I can guarantee you this defense is going to be motivated because they were embarrassed week one. This team wants to prove that they are for real, and hopefully they can rally around this young quarterback and make it happen. However, though, with all that said, I don't see us winning in Houston.
Okay.
Let's just hope the surgery goes well for Nick Foles and
That's right.
he has a quick recovery. One can hope.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.